It was scary. It was very, very scary. And today, when I listen to the news and people watch wars going on the way America carries them out, Americans don't know what being in the war is all about.
Yeah.
I mean, it is hell. I'm telling you, because you hear the sounds. And at the time when I was younger, my brother and I, we were like this.
Mm-hmm.
We go everywhere together. We play around, all kinds of things. At the time during the war, we saw dead bodies on the road, soldiers who were injured in the war front, and they just walk in and collapse and died.
Well,
They just
and you
laying
saw
over
this
there.
because this happened for 3 years, from like 6 years old to 9 years
Oh
old.
yes, we saw them. If we're walking on this side of the road and we saw a dead body, we'll cross and keep going. And it's incredible what people see during the war. Americans don't
Have no
experience anything like that.
Yeah,
So when you hear about it, America went to war, and you watch it and then you go about your business. Those people over there, they're going through hell.
They're going through hell.
Yeah.
Was there trauma after? There was any trauma?
Oh my
anything
goodness!
traumatic?
I don't know if there's any long lasting or whatever, but what we went through, what we saw, we had to move several times from our hometown to another town, and we lived in an agricultural building for about 2 years when the war was going on.
Yeah.
And when I say agricultural building, it's where there's nothing, no furniture or anything like that. We just brought our own mats, and we slept over there.
And you couldn't go to school really too, right? During
Well,
that time,
they
right?
had school, but when there's war, when bullets are flying, everybody goes home. But you hear it go back.
And they were coming after Igbos,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because my last name is Dan Chima, but we are Chima, really.
Okay.
We're Chima. So my father took his father's first name, Daniel, and put Dan Chima
Just to
not
disguise
make it so Igbo so
Yeah.
they could get out. So
Oh.
my parents left in like
Yeah.
68, 69.
68, so that was-
Okay.
Escape Biafra,
So
yeah.
right in the middle, right in the
Yeah, right in the middle of it.
Many
yeah.
people were lucky enough to get out.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
If it
Yeah.
weren't for my father changing his. My father's sister just told me, said,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, we're not Dan Chima, we are Chima, but
Yeah.
we had to change it." So your father was very clever.
Yeah.
Boom, changed it. Yeah.
He
Did
was
you have
clever.
any relatives that fought in the?
Oh yeah, my uncles.
Your uncles.
Yeah, my uncles. But all of them lived.
All of them.
Yeah, they all lived. So we're lucky on that.
What
But-
was it from that you took with you? Because I'm sure, like all of that you witnessed, was there anything that you learned in that moment that kind of helped define the person you became later in life?
Oh, definitely. I have a foundation now, the Christian Okoye Foundation, working with kids. And that has moved me to forming a foundation because I saw what malnutrition can do to kids. I saw a lot of kids, starving. I don't know if you know the disease called kwashiorkor.
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 Kwashiorkor is, if you watch all these Ethiopian kids
Yes.
with big stomachs
Yeah,
and
yeah. Oh,
stuff,
yeah, with the-
Yeah, that's malnutrition.
Malnutrition, yeah.
Yeah, they're not eating,
Yeah.
right. And kwashiorkor is come and it will kill you, And there's a lot of that in Nigeria at the time. And I saw a lot of that too. You see, so many families that couldn't protect their kids or
Yeah.
feed their kids,
Yeah.
the kids will get that disease. And I saw a lot of that. So when I came to America and I remember how I grew up, remembering the war, I decided to help people like me because the way I came over here was just somebody coming to my dad and saying, listen, let me take care of your kid. I'll pick him up. After practice, I'll bring him back. That's how I became who I am.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have played football. I wouldn't
Because
have
you
played soccer.
because you started soccer, you were playing soccer as a kid,
yeah.
and then got into track.
I got into track, and this coach got me into track. He was a track coach. So he would come and pick me up. After practice, he would bring me back. You see, so that's the only way my dad could allow me to play sports.
And somebody had to do it for you.
And from
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I developed to representing Nigeria. From representing Nigeria, I applied to come over here because Innocent is already over here. And I came in 82.
154, we all connected, baby, you already know. I'm talking 154, we bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like home.